In today's lecture, we are going to make a comparison between two different point groups. One is C infinity V and the other is D infinity H. When we say that we are going to make a comparison, we are going to compare both the symmetry elements of C infinity V and the symmetry elements of D infinity H. The example for C infinity V point group is HCl, whereas the example for D infinity H point group is hydrogen molecule. And when we say about this, it can be represented in another way also. For example, hydrogen I have marked in brown color and chlorine I have marked in green color. A brown sphere can be used to denote hydrogen and a green sphere can be used to denote chlorine, like this. Similarly, in the case of hydrogen molecules, since both the atoms are hydrogen, we will have two brown spheres joined by a bond. First, there is one symmetry element that is present in each and every point group, and that symmetry element is the symmetry element of identity. Identity is action of doing nothing, and identity will be present in all the point groups, because when you do nothing you will have an equivalent appearance always. Next, if you move from the center of the molecule, imagine the center of the molecule towards one of the atoms. What we see here is hydrogen. If we move exactly in the opposite direction to the same distance, you will find a chlorine. That means the center of symmetry is absent. I denotes the center of symmetry and center of symmetry is absent. If you take the case of hydrogen molecule, if you draw a line from the center, it meets the molecule at one end at the point atom hydrogen. In the opposite direction, if you draw another line for the same distance, it will meet another hydrogen atom. So center symmetry is present, I is present. Next, now consider the bond axis of hydrogen and chlorine. There is an axis of symmetry, axis of rotation, which is present along the bond axis, and this is known as C infinity. If you rotate the molecule through 360 degrees, you will have infinite repetitions of the same appearance, and that is why you call this as C infinity. C infinity is present along the bond axis. Similarly, in the case of hydrogen molecule also, you will find a C infinity axis along the bond axis. So C infinity is present in both the cases. Let us look at this now. I am going to rotate the molecule of C infinity through the C infinity axis. Now we can see how the rotation is carried out, like this. And when such a rotation is carried out, the molecule is repeated infinite number of times, and so the axis, you call it as C infinity axis. Similarly, when you take the case of hydrogen molecule also, when the molecule is rotated about the C infinity axis, the molecule is repeated infinite times, equivalent appearance, and so this is C infinity axis. Next, you will find an axis perpendicular to the bond axis in between the two atoms, hydrogen and chlorine, in between the two spheres, the brown sphere and the green sphere. There will be an axis perpendicular to the bond axis, which is C2. Is it present? This is the first question. I told that there will be an axis, but actually you don't find an axis, because C2 corresponds to 180 degree rotation, and if you rotate the molecule by 180 degrees about this axis, hydrogen and chlorine will get shifted and you do not get an equivalent appearance. You will find H and Cl interchange, whereas in the case of hydrogen molecule you will have a C2 axis passing through, or rather we will have a C2 axis perpendicular to the bond axis, about which if you rotate the molecule through 180 degrees, the hydrogen atoms will get interchanged, but still they are hydrogen atoms, and so C2 axis is present, and you will find infinite C2 axis. We will see how we get infinite C2 axis later. And C2 is the rotation of 180 degrees. The molecule is rotated 180 degrees about this axis, and we will see something about this. And when you rotate it through 180 degrees, you will find the chlorine atom shifted to the position of the hydrogen atom, and hydrogen atom shifted to the position of the chlorine atom, that is the molecule is reversed, and so C2 axis is not present. This I will do it once again now for you. Here you find the brown atom as hydrogen and green atom as chlorine. When it is moved through 180 degrees, the hydrogen chlorine atom is shifted to the left and hydrogen atom is shifted to the right, and so C2 is absent. Whereas in the case of hydrogen molecule, when you make a similar rotation about the C2 axis through 180 degrees, you find an equivalent appearance because both are hydrogen atoms. Nothing has got reversed. Now also you find the same appearance and nothing has got reversed, and so C2 axis is present. During 360 degree rotation, the molecule is coming to the same appearance twice, 180, 360. Next, in the case of HCl, we saw that we have only C infinity, whereas in the case of H2, you have C infinity as well as C2. When we have C infinity and C2, C infinity will be the principal axis. Next, what we have marked here is C infinity, the principal axis in HCl, and we cannot have something like this. If you have, say there is to be a plane, on left and right side you should have the same type of atom. Here on the left you have brown sphere, and if you have on the right you have a green sphere. Left you have hydrogen atom, right you have chlorine atom, and so there is no such plane, no sigma H is present. Whereas in the case of hydrogen, if you take the C infinity, this is the principal axis. Perpendicular to the principal axis, you find a plane like this. To the left of this plane, you find a hydrogen atom. To the right of the plane also, you find an hydrogen atom. That means there is a plane of symmetry which is perpendicular to the principal axis, and there is a sigma H plane, the horizontal plane of symmetry is present. Whereas the horizontal plane of symmetry is absent in the case of HCl. Next, we will find a plane which cuts each of these atoms and passes through each of these atoms. It will cut the atom into two halves, one half of each atom lying above the plane and one half of each atom lying below the plane, and this plane contains the principal axis, and this is sigma v plane. Because the plane contains the principal axis, this is a vertical plane of symmetry, and there will be infinite such vertical planes of symmetry, and so infinite sigma v will be present. Whereas if you see the case of hydrogen, here also you will find a plane which cuts through both the atoms. In each of the atom, one half is present above the plane and one half is present below the plane, and this plane also contains the principal axis C infinity, and so this is a vertical plane of symmetry, and there will be infinite such vertical planes of symmetry, and so infinite sigma v will be present in the case of C infinity v as well as D infinity h. Here in this screen we find what we find. I will just explain. The brown sphere represents the hydrogen and the green sphere represents the chlorine, and rotate the HCl molecule such a way that in a perpendicular direction to what you find in the screen. Hydrogen is closest to your eyes, whereas chlorine is lying farther away from the eyes. And if you look through the molecule, in front you will find the hydrogen, in the back you will find the chlorine. Hydrogen is a smaller atom than the chlorine, and so the brown sphere is smaller than the green sphere, and this type of arrangement helps in explaining the presence of infinite sigma v, like this. In the hydrogen molecule, both the atoms are hydrogen, and if you look at the hydrogen atom the way I had described earlier, there is one hydrogen atom in front of your eyes and one hydrogen atom away from your eyes. That is, the molecule is turned 90 degree to the method in which it is represented in the screen. One hydrogen atom eclipses another hydrogen atom, and you find only one brown sphere, and this can explain the presence of infinite C2 and infinite sigma v in the case of D infinity h and C infinity v. And in this appearance I have shown an yellow line here, and this represents the, you can take it as C2 axis, or if you keep a sheet perpendicular to the screen over this yellow line, that will be the sigma v plane. That will be the sigma v plane. And sigma v plane, both the sides you find the same appearance, to the left as well as right, and so it is a sigma v plane, no doubt. And if we rotate, how many sigma v plane will be there, and if we have a look at this, we can understand that we can rotate this plane. This is another sigma v plane, this is another sigma v plane, this is another sigma v plane. So like this, over a 360 degree angles you will find infinite sigma v's, both the sides looking similar. What we have represented here is either you can take it as a C2 axis or as a sigma v plane. If you consider a plane, a sheet of paper placed perpendicular to the screen over this yellow line, and we will find that when you rotate it through 360 degrees, you will find infinite number of such planes, infinite sigma v planes. This is the sigma v plane, because to the left and right of this plane you will find equivalent appearance, and you will find infinite sigma v plane. To summarize, the symmetry elements present in C infinity v point group are E, C infinity and infinite CV, sigma v, whereas the symmetry elements present in the hydrogen molecule are E, C infinity, infinite C2, infinite sigma v, sigma h and I. If you look at the symmetry elements common to both the groups, you find E, C infinity and infinite sigma V. The addition symmetric groups which are present in D infinity H alone are infinite C2, sigma H and I. This will not just apply to a molecule like HCl. In the C infinity V, HCl is a heteronuclear diatomic molecule. One end of the molecule is hydrogen, and the other end of the molecule you find another atom, chlorine. In fact, this will apply to any heteroatomic diatomic molecule as well as any linear molecule which is not symmetric. Whereas in the case of hydrogen molecule, what you find is that both the ends you find the hydrogen atoms, and so D infinity H will be the bond group for any homonuclear diatomic molecule and any symmetric linear molecule. To summarize, the examples are, in the case of C infinity V, all heteronuclear diatomic molecules, not just HCl, HBr, HI, etc. And all other unsymmetric linear molecules like what we have described here is propyne. Whereas in the case of D infinity H, it will apply to any molecule which is homonuclear diatomic like H2, O2, N2, Cl2, Br2, I2, etc. and any other symmetric molecules like symmetric linear molecules like CO2, carbon dioxide, where the two oxygen atoms and carbon atoms are present in straight line in the case of carbon dioxide, and acetylene is another linear symmetric molecules where both the ends are similar. Then you will have D infinity H, otherwise you will have C infinity V. Thank you.